tutti, sono Milos del ristorante Quattro Gatti in Amsterdam. Today we try a very special pasta. I realized that close to Amsterdam there is a ostrich farm, and they have ostriches and they have also emu. And so I said, okay, even if I'm always very orthodox in my Italian cooking, I always do very traditional Italian cooking, I want to try something different. And we just changed eggs. Anyway, I know that the taste is gonna be almost the same. Here we have an ostrich egg and emu egg. It's very funny. I knew that I could get ostrich eggs, but I never seen emu egg. And you can see how beautiful it is. This super beautiful green-blue color. But we can proceed with the recipe. I was checking on the internet how to open an ostrich egg because I never opened one before myself. And I said, okay, everybody makes a hole because they want to keep the shell. I want to really crack it open. I want to crack it open like Bud Spencer in his movies when he was asking the omelette with 12 ostrich eggs. So we have a nice 1 kilo 400 grams ostrich egg, 2 kilo flour, and we try it. Wow! It's really beautiful, huge. Look how beautiful it is inside. We can clean it up from the skin and we can use it to serve pasta later. This, as you can see. Okay, I'll wash my hands and I'll make the pasta. Okay, so we start with our pasta. We break the egg yolk. The first difference I can feel is that everything is a bit more thick. There is a bit more viscosity than a normal egg, especially the egg yolk. It's much more thick, probably because also they're very fresh. I just received them, and I guess they're from today. It's a bit of a lighter color than normal eggs. It's less yellow, but it seems like it has a very gluey consistency. Very, very gluey texture. What do you say in English? No, consistency. Consistence. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a very good pasta because it feels like it's responding well, like when chicken eggs, they're very, very fresh. As you see, I'm not taking the whole 2 kilos of flours. I'm taking it in slow. So we see how much it will take. I think like for one ostrich egg that weighs 1 kilo and a half, with the shell that later I'm gonna weigh, I'm gonna let you know how much is it. I think you can do like 1 kilo and a half of flour, which is a lot. But if you have to make a lot of lasagna, it saves you a lot of time to crack open only one egg. Especially because definitely you will find the shells immediately if they fall inside. It's a very, very sticky dough. It feels stickier than usually, which is a very good sign because it means that the pasta is gonna stay nice and al dente when we cook it later. Every other pasta, we have to take care of the texture of the dough. We don't have to make it too hard because I don't use machines, you know. When I cook, when I make pasta, I do everything by hand. So I never make it so hot, so hard, and as when you do pasta for machines. It's getting better and better. I'm very tempted to change gloves because it's much stickier than usually, but we have to save everything. With flour, and now start to be a pasta dough. Yeah, I will say here we have like 500-600 grams of flour left, so it's like the weight of the whole egg with the shell is gonna be the weight of the flour that you need to make pasta, because it's much less liquid than chicken eggs, and also needs less flour than chicken eggs, the same amount. Was feeling very nice to crack it. I didn't know it was so thick, the shell. I touched it before, but of course I didn't crack it when I touched it because I went in the market. But this, because I know that they're very fresh, I was very tempted to take it, to buy them. It's getting very much better. It's a very good dough, I should say. By feeling, because I'm used to make pasta every day, 2-3 times a day, I should say that it feels better than a normal eggs. It feels more elastic. You see, it's already creating the glutenic net. Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's gonna be very good pasta. We'll just make some tagliatelle when it's ready, and we'll just eat them with some butter or olive oil, so we can really taste the taste of the ostrich egg. Gloves, otherwise feeding it. And the pasta now is almost ready. As you see, start to be nice and smooth, nice and shiny. Very, very nice. We put some plain flour underneath. I should say it feels like a very, very good dough. Yeah, like when you have very, very fresh eggs from the farmer. If they weren't so expensive, I would use them every day, I should say. And now we see the result of the pasta, but I'm sure it's going to be very good. Okay. Now that we have our beautiful ostrich pasta ready, it's a very, very nice dough, nice and elastic. We put some olive oil on top, very, very little, and we cover it with, we put it in a nice plastic sack. We let it rest. Okay, for this last part I have to do a voiceover because yesterday evening then I had customers, and actually one of these customers, he always happens to be there every time I try something new. It's like a coincidence. He's my testing customer, but he loved it. I made this pasta. Yeah, you'll see it now. So I took the pasta we made with ostrich, and I could feel that it was much more sticky, as you can see, much more elastic, and what will be the same pasta but made of normal eggs. So I had to just put some more flour, roll it on itself, fold it on itself, and make it flat one more time, and then it was a bit drier. But the texture under the roll pin was still I could feel the resistance of the dough, elastic, so wasn't broken the net of gluten. And yeah, as you can see, I just roll it over with my pin, using a lot of flour underneath and on top, and try to make it as thinner as possible. The sauce I choose for this dish, I made it just with some Praga ham, we call it in Italian, is smoked ham, with black mushrooms, the trombette della morte, and just some cream to keep it together, and some black truffle on top. So this is the way I do the tagliatelle. I made just some tagliatelle, just some simple pasta, and so a lot of semolino between the layers, a lot of semolino on top, and the usual tagliatelle that I make millions every night. And now we go. You see, it's a quite elastic dough, and this is the result. So, like I said, is a Praga ham with some trompette de mort mushrooms, tagliatelle, sauté. Yeah, I should say that Thomas, my customer, and his wife, they loved it. They really loved it. They actually invited me to the table to eat with them a little bit, and to try it with some Brunello di Montalcino that they ordered. Was such a combination. Was just a coincidence, everything, the whole thing. And was fantastic. Fantastic. I really loved it. They loved it. These are the kind of things that they make me go on every day. I love this job. I really love it. So the video is almost finished. I thank you to be watching it, to be so patient, to listen to my voice, my stupid accent. And I hope to see you soon at Quattro Gatti. And tomorrow I'll make the recipe with the emu egg. I'll try to do something different, a different presentation at least. Thanks everybody from Quattro Gatti, Amsterdam!